Hey guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're doing well. Today, me and Jess. Today we're going to be talking about the best types of exercise for burning calories. So it's a question probably every trainer gets asked all the time. What should I be doing to burn
the most
efficiently? Blah blah blah. This is pretty much just to burn the most calories. What we're going to explain. So I guess we'll start with your opinion. What do you think?
I mean, I don't have an opinion, but I know what's correct. But
yeah, I know the right answer.
I mean, I would start with, obviously, there's the three methods of burning calories. You've got your cardio, which, like, I'm talking like distance, going
Long,
for
slow,
a half an hour run sort of thing. You've got HIIT, which is your high intensity training, and then you've got
cardio.
and then you've got your weight training, obviously lifting weights and stuff like that.
Yep.
I personally, I mean, I don't want to sort of generalize the answer, but I would definitely, my opinion would be a combination. Not necessarily a combination of all three, but a combination of HIIT and weight training.
Yeah.
So reasoning behind that, obviously cardio is fantastic for you. If you go for a half an hour jog, yes, you might burn, 300-400 calories or whatever it might be, but as soon as you stop, then you stop. So you stop burning. Whereas HIIT training obviously has a little bit of high impact, and therefore you are using, you do have an afterburn period. And then
so
weight
that's
training.
after you've stopped.
Yeah, after you've stopped.
You're
so when
still
you go
burning
home,
more
watch TV.
calories than you would be if you just stopped your normal low intensity.
Yep. And then weight training, obviously, you do have an afterburn as well, but it's just prolonged for a longer period than your HIIT training. It can go for over 24 hours, up to 30, 36 or something like that, I think it is. Obviously, depending on how you train, but obviously there is a burn period. So that's why I would hands down choose that one, because why would you want to, keep your metabolism increased even though you're not doing anything anymore?
Yeah.
So, and that's what it is. When I say that there's an afterburn, it's purely the fact that your metabolism is increased. So when you weight train, you're breaking down your muscles. Those muscles then have to repair in order to grow, strengthen, whatever it might be. And therefore you have that period that you're post-training that your muscles are repairing, and therefore you've got an afterburn.
Yeah. So why not go for that option in the time you've got?
Yep, and you don't get that with long-distance cardio. Mm-hmm. So you will have a calorie burn from that, but it's just, not as beneficial.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So, I pretty much agree 100%. I guess a few things I'd say I'd want to touch on. The first thing, it all matters on intensity.
Yeah.
You can go for a walk, very low intensity. You're not going to burn as many calories. You can run for the same amount of time. You'll burn twice as many calories. You can sprint or do your intervals where you're doing your sprints, and you're going to be burning more.
Yeah.
So it's purely intensity. Also, you could be doing a weight session. If you're going hard on weights, you'll burn just as much calories as you would doing your cardio session during the session, plus you get that afterburn effect.
Exactly, yep.
So
you're still out of breath, you're still working hard, but the more that you can destroy your muscles, that's what's causing that afterburn.
Yeah, so in your intense weight session, your heart rate's going to be the same as running anyway. Like, you see people that were training, they're doing these weights and they're huffing and puffing and puffing, your heart's just going flat out.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, see, this is why you don't necessarily need to do cardio for a healthy heart.
Yeah.
Your weight training is going to get it. So I think it's just a matter of intensity. And then you have to think short-term or long-term, I think. If you say, oh, I accidentally ate some chocolate, it fell in my mouth and I swallowed it.
Accidentally.
So all of a sudden I need to burn an extra 250 calories. That's when I'd probably say just go hard, high intensity interval sort of stuff, 15 minutes. You'll burn those extra calories and you've got that short-term fix.
Yep.
Long-term, if you're going long-term, burning calories, weight training, you build that little bit more lean muscle mass.
Yep.
Even with girls, we're not talking big muscles. Guys, we're not talking big muscles. Just the more muscle mass you have,
exactly,
they burn
and the
calories.
more active those muscles are, the higher your metabolism. So.
Yeah, if you've got that muscle mass, you're just going to be burning calories by being alive. Especially
if you are on a weight loss journey, you really want to ensure that that metabolic rate stays high, because that means that you can still eat as much as you can. You don't want to destroy that metabolic rate.
If you can eat more and stay in the deficit,
exactly,
laughing.
Exactly.
That's the goal, I think. That's the goal for everyone. You want to be able to eat as much as you can and still...
Yeah. Well, I was just talking to one of my clients before, and she's lost about 11 kilos, I think it is, just over 11 kilos. And in that time that she's lost that 11 kilos of fat, her base metabolic rate has only dropped by about 20 calories. And I was like, that is the real win here. Yeah. Like, not having to drop your calories to lose that same amount of weight. That's what you want. Like,
Is that who was in just before?
yeah, Kristen. Yeah,
And
fucking amazing. So,
like from what I just what I see, you are doing weight training.
yeah, exactly.
She
Yeah,
is
she
strong.
purely comes here for weight
She's
training. She
strong.
does do some cardio, like sort of stuff by herself. But we come here. You know, I'm not going to put her on the treadmill. So we're all about. Yeah, she's amazingly strong. So she almost beat Dylan's record.
The treadmill.
Did I say that?
We don't have a treadmill.
Didn't I just say cardio?
So I won't put her on the treadmill. She almost beat my score.
I can't. Anyway, moving on.
Now we're getting out of hand.
Now we're just gonna.
So I guess, what else did I want to touch on? I think I covered all of my things.
Yep.
Do you have anything else you want to add to sort of this
topic?
in
that same topic, as you said, is probably not only what burns calories, but where can I burn fat from? So a lot of people are like, they come in, they're saying, look, I want to lose fat off my stomach or my thighs, or, I don't like my arms or whatever it is. What can I do to have a smaller waist, or what can I do to slim my thighs down? That's obviously a massive thing that people are always constantly asking personal trainers. And you would have heard before. You would have heard before that you can't spot reduce. So that's a big, massive thing now that people are becoming more aware of. But people don't seem to actually be listening or processing what we're telling them, because it still comes up all the time. Oh, but I don't like my thighs, or is this exercise going to, help my stomach, or can't we do some abs today because I don't like my stomach? Like, it's just one of those things that constantly comes up, even though I feel like the general population is always told these days that you can't spot reduce. And the one thing I always say is, look at cyclists out on the road. Do they have tiny legs and big arms? No. Yeah. So that's one prime example of how that you can't spot reduce. They don't have fat arms, but lean as hell legs, just purely because they only cycle. Like, that's it's very clear that you can't spot reduce.
It just doesn't happen. It comes off where it comes off, when it comes off. Typically, these spots that they're all worried about, most of the time, I think on those people, that's going to be the last spot it comes off as well.
Yeah, it's obviously, if your body has stored it there first, usually that's where your body wants to store it, and therefore that's where it'll come off last.
Yeah, so you got to work.
That's where you might have the most fat as well, so that's where you might see it last, even though you are losing from that area. It's just not as rapid as other areas, and therefore people assume that it's not coming off of those areas. So we've all got problem areas, and that's based on each individual. And it's all about a percentage of body fat. When you do get low enough, that area is going to drop, so you just got to keep on working at it. Yeah,
you just got to work and work and work.
Yep.
It'll come.
I think that's about it for me.
I got nothing else. I think a summary is intensity.
Yep.
Whether that's cardio or weights.
So it might be jogs or sprint and walk, or it might be,
I think
squats,
it's just
body weight squats as fast as you can for a minute and then rest and then go for a minute again. That sort of thing, high intensity wise, or weight training, so lifting weights.
It comes down to, I guess, what we talk all the time. Progressive overload. It's just always doing more than you did last time.
Exactly.
If you can do a little bit more than you did the time before, you're going to burn more calories, and then you'll be constantly burning more. I feel like we're going to keep going if we just keep talking. That's sort of our ideas, guys, our opinions. The correct answer also. Thanks for watching. Hopefully it helped out a little bit. See you later, guys. Bye.
See ya.